Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody out there. Welcome to the first pilot episode of the Average Pros podcast, ABP. For those who don't know, my name is Austin Serrata. I work out here in Washington, the state of Washington, for a minor league baseball team. I am joined by my amazing friend, Tony Lewis Jr.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy T. Lou, a.k.a. Uncle Lou, a.k.a. International Lou, a.k.a. nobody's ever given his name. It's just Tony, man. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tony Lewis, man, reporting from San Antonio, Texas on the ABP podcast. First episode. Glad to be here with my brother, man. We about to get things moving and shaking, get to talking about a lot of great topics. Hope y'all ready.
I love it. And you know, we love having you. This has been in the works for a little while. Happy to get it going. Just go ahead and just jump right into it. So, like I said, my name is Austin Serrata. I went to Texas A&M Corpus Christi, where I met Tony. Went there 4.5 years, graduated with a bachelor's in kinesiology with a sport management emphasis. I play a little ball here. I play a little sports here and there, period. I love everything about sports. So, Tony, word around the street is, you know a way around a basketball court?
Man, just a little bit. I play a little ball there, little ball here and there. Play collegiately, currently play professionally. Home a little bit, had a little injury, but, you know, everything's looking good, looking to get back on the court here very soon, get back overseas, man. So, yeah, I do a little something.
Oh, something. Who you, good, take us through the road to the pros, I guess you'd say.
Man, 5 years collegiately, 3 different schools, 4 different head coaches. I done seen it all, man. Shout out to my first school, Santa Clara, man. Right. I love those guys. 2 years at Santa Clara, some of the best people I ever met in my life. Came back home after 2 years there to a year at Blinn Junior College, then finished my last 2 years at Texas A&M. The Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Shout out to the Islanders. Shout out to the men's and women's basketball program. You guys did a fantastic job this year. Year's not done. Go get that conference championship, man. In the tournament, go get that tournament championship. My bad. You know, go to that NCAA tournament, man. Put on so I can go to the games. I'm telling you right now, Austin, if they go to the NCAA tournament, I am going to be that fan, that drunk fan. I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna make ESPN. I'm painting my torso. I'm getting the hair. I'm getting like it. I'm an active fool. So, you know, shout out to them. Proud of those guys for real.
They're going to be in Fort Worth, too. I would assume. I mean, they're going to have games. I think the round of 64 and 32 are going to be in Fort Worth.
Actually, I can't remember, but one of the rounds is here in San Antonio. So if they happen to make it that far, and that I believe that they can make it that far, man, I'm telling you right now, y'all are going to see me on national television acting a fool for my own.
Yes.
I'm proud of those guys. I'm proud of those and gals, guys and gals, man.
Yeah, and you know, with that, Tony has a tie to the guys program. I have a tie to the women's program. My sister plays for them.
Balling.
She's hoping. Leading the team in scoring.
I'll let you know. I predicted that. That.
100%. No. He did. So McKenna, if you're watching, he's been behind you since day one. Well, he's been rooting for you since day one. So yeah. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. Talking to the NBA. Favorite team and why? I actually don't know. That's why I put this on the agenda.
No, honestly, my favorite team is I can't be from San Antonio and not be a Spurs fan, man. But
so we're on the same page.
But we're on the same page. It's really a toss-up. It's like a 51-49 the split. And the other 51% is San Antonio. The other 49 is LeBron James. So whatever team LeBron's on, like, yeah.
You're one of those people, man.
Yeah, I'm one
At
of
least
those.
It's a secondary thing.
Yeah, it's a secondary thing. Like, San Antonio will always have my heart. You know what I'm saying? And so, but that other 49% is definitely LeBron James. So,
LeBron James. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, I can relate. I know. So multiple have been on a podcast with me before, but most of my friends follow somebody. So except for one of them who goes for the Rockets, I have two friends that follow LeBron, and one of them follows Harden. In all seriousness, yeah, it's kind of weird. So I mean, the Harden fan, he's been a fan of 3 different teams in 2 seasons, is what it feels like. But okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. So who's really jumped off the page so far this year for you, and who's kind of been disappointing? I'm assuming the disappointment definitely is.
It's definitely it's not LeBron that's been a disappointment. It's been it's kind of like the man dropped 56 last night. Okay, like he's in.
He's tough.
He's doing things in year 19 that we haven't seen from no other player, respectfully. But like that. I mean, their team. It just hasn't panned out. Russ, I don't like putting a lot of blame on people, and I won't put the blame on Russ because it's 5 people on the court. But Russ has made it very difficult for them to win in certain situations. ABP in and out. Kendrick Nunn, who hasn't played at all this year, and he was going to be a huge part of the rotation.
Very true.
Yeah, man, it's just been tough. It's been a tough season for them. It's been a very tough season for the Lakers. So,
I mean, anybody else who stands out as like a disappointment this season?
I would say, I mean, nobody's been as disappointing as the Lakers.
Celtics.
I want to save them for later because I'm gonna ask you a question. If you think it's time for them to blow that whole situation up,
okay.
But
yeah. We'll get past. Yeah.
We can definitely add the Celtics to the list because they need a. If the Celtics had a Jimmy Butler in their locker room, I definitely feel like they would be in a different situation.
Like that dog mentality kind of person.
Which they have in Marcus Smart, but I don't feel like Marcus Smart is respectfully to Marcus Smart because he's a good vet, but he's not a alpha. I feel like when it's crunch time in the game, like they somebody who who's able to take over a game like that, and that's just not Marcus's. That's not his role. That's not his role at all.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. All right, so I kind of just swayed you to it, but who are the standouts? Who's overperforming to you?
Chicago.
Okay, yeah, that was one of the ones I had.
I did not expect that out of Chicago. Miami is doing really well.
Very true. They're number 1 right now.
Memphis is number 2.
That's no joke.
Memphis is number 2, right? And Ja Morant. And that boy Ja Morant is.
What do you think they have going for them? Like outside of Ja Morant, because like you said, not one person doesn't make the team. So what is it that is just making it click there? In my opinion, I think it's the bench depth. I think having Brandon Clark coming off the bench in most situations is definitely a good thing. Jaren Jackson Jr., I don't even know if he's played this season. I haven't seen anything on that man.
Their youth, their athleticism, that team is pretty athletic.
Athletic. Yeah. Desmond Bane shooting lights. TCU, Horned Frog.
Yep. So I mean, like that. I mean, I feel like once you get a bunch of guys to collectively, put aside once they know their roles, like everybody on that team knows their role. They know Ja is the head of that spear. So what I'm saying? And they're the force behind it, And so they're really good. They're really good. The Suns, they're also proving again that they weren't a fluke last season. Winning. Yeah. I mean, CP3 is playing amazing still. I mean, I feel like I don't know how CP3 and either CP3 or Devin Booker aren't in the MVP race because they're sitting like, what I'm saying? If we're going to give, I mean, I'm not going to put that because DeMar's been going ballistic.
I was about to say, you have these dudes like Jokic is 2 assists away from a triple-double on average by a center. Giannis, freak, period, in the story.
Exactly.
I mean, then you have DeMar DeRozan going stupid. I mean, I've seen Jimmy Butler in that conversation. I don't know how over Devin Booker or CP3. That's kind of crazy. But I mean, Steph being Steph. Period of story. He's in a shooting slump, and he's fifth right now in the MVP run. Like
exactly.
So I can see why they're not in the MVP running, but like on a year where you don't have so many like just dogs out right now, I guess at the end of the day, I think they're definitely in that conversation. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I have to agree with you on every front there. I would say the Warriors are surprising to me. That's just me. We all knew that what they were, but I mean, getting Steph back, healthy Steph, getting Draymond healthy, which he hasn't been healthy recently, but and I mean, Andrew Wiggins balling out like he is this year,
All-star.
Yeah. I don't think he deserves to be a starter, but that's neither here nor there.
Each his own.
Yeah, he's hooping. I will say that. And I mean, they found one in Moses Moody. They found one in Jonathan Kuminga. Like I freaking said, I called that they won that draft because of the people they got.
Yep. And then they got big fella coming back.
Oh, James Wiseman.
Once they get big fella coming back, getting right, he's special, man.
Oh, 100%.
Special.
And I mean, you want to hear a funny stat or a weird stat? Since Clay's been back, the Warriors are 10-9 with Clay, but they haven't had Draymond.
Draymond's the glue.
I mean, he really is.
Draymond's the glue. He's the piece that holds it all together.
Yeah.
Like Draymond. People, and that's why I think people don't understand how important Draymond is. Because if you're not a basketball fan and you look at the stats, you just think Draymond's just a loudmouth, kind of like you don't really want to give him the respect that he deserves. But Draymond is like he's the glue. He's just as important as Steph and Clay are.
Yeah. No, I agree. Draymond earned a lot of respect from me.
Exactly, which we all see. Like, now we're all seeing, like, dang, they need Draymond out there. So,
yeah, I mean, 2 seasons, he's playing. It's a complete 180. And now you see 10-9 with Clay and not Draymond. And I mean, last year they didn't have Draymond. So, yeah, no, it's definitely one of those things. Speaking of biggest surprises, who's your rookie of the year so far?
I got 2 of them that I really like.
All right, who you got? Who the front runner?
I really like Scotty Barnes. And I like Evan Mobley.
Ooh. No Josh Giddey?
He's him and Scotty. Originally, I was going to say Josh Giddey and Scotty Barnes, but I can't forget about Evan Mobley. He is like
tough.
And look what Cleveland's doing.
Yeah, he's very tough.
Look what Cleveland is doing.
I mean, the Raptors are up there too. The only ones, Josh Giddey probably won't win it because of that. But I mean, he's won it. He's won Rookie of the Month 4 years in a row, or 4 months in a row now.
Exactly.
So it's kind of hard not to put him in there. I'd say Giddey and Barnes. Honestly, Barnes. If Barnes had Giddey's frame, they'd be the same player. And both really good in terms of ball vision, in my opinion. I think Scotty Barnes has actually been really impressive with handling the ball and his court vision.
Scotty Barnes is a dog.
He's a dog. He was my front runner going into this year.
Yeah, he is.
I predicted Jokic to repeat, Scotty Barnes to be my rookie of the year.
Do you think Jokic is going to repeat over what Joel Embiid is doing?
I think just by the way that the NBA is right now, I think we've had this discussion before. I think the way that the NBA is right now means that he won't get back-to-back, and I think Joel Embiid would be that first person. Because I feel like fans don't like how multiple people win it in a row, like Steph and LeBron did.
Yeah,
therefore,
they don't want that to happen again. They don't want it. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I think the way that the voting goes down, I definitely think that Joel Embiid will win it, but I don't think he deserves it. That's the thing. I definitely think Jokic deserves it. I think he deserves a repeat. The team is not doing as good, but I mean, hey, they lost Jamal Murray. I don't know if they have Will Barton. I don't know. But I mean, they don't have Michael Porter Jr. He's been out, looking to make a return later in the year. I mean, they're missing so many key pieces. Did you really expect them to stay on top of the list? You know what I mean? But the fact that they're doing as good as they are, I have to credit them.
Where are they right now? Where are they in the standings? Are they in top 8? They're top 8?
It's a great question. Right now in the standings, they are at they're at 6.
They're at 6.
So they're one spot. They are actually 2 games ahead of Minnesota. To stay out of the play-in bracket.
So he doesn't win MVP, but my thing, he doesn't win MVP if they have to do the play-in tournament. Joel, they're sitting top 3, I believe. Yeah. Philly's top 3 right now. Yeah. And him and James Harden, like, I don't see who is going to stop that. I mean, and then you got Tyrese Maxey.
I mean, so look, here's how it is. So Kyle Lowry's a pretty good defensive guard. Put him on Maxey.
He's not stopping James Harden.
No, you're not. You're right. That's why you have a Jimmy Butler.
Who is
Nobody's stopping Embiid though. Nobody's stopping Embiid.
Who is stopping this pick and roll that they have?
I mean,
and you can't help because they got shooters.
I mean, if you get Bam and Jimmy, I feel like that's a pretty good defensive duo on the pick and roll.
Bam is not doing nothing with Joel Embiid. I'm sorry. I love Bam.
Ain't nobody doing anything against Joel Embiid, but who's going to contain him the best to win a series?
Okay, that's okay.
That's what he looks like. It's just like LeBron. LeBron's going to go in and drop 30 a playoff series, but it's all about who's going to contain him the best. You know what I mean?
Okay. I respect that. I can respect that, and that's no disrespect to none of those guys because they're all great.
100%.
Bam is generational. He's up there. Like, I think he doesn't get the respect that he deserves. He's really good.
I think he's a baby Jokic, honestly. My opinion.
Man. And he just doesn't weigh as much as Jokic. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not like Jokic is just like man.
He's just a monster.
Anyways, yeah, so.
All right. Well, I mean, hey, it is what it is. I guess, for the well, who do you think's going to go to the finals?
Finals?
Yeah. Who do you think's going to go to the finals, and who do you think's going to win the finals? Win the championship. My fault.
Who do I think is going? Okay.
So who's going from the East and the West, and then who wins it all?
I feel like coming out of the East, Jesus, but you can't bet against Giannis. You can't bet against Giannis right now. I want to say Philly. I would love to see Philly in the finals. I would love to see Philly. And out of the West, Phoenix. I can see Phoenix going back to the finals this year. Okay. I could definitely see Phoenix going back to the finals.
CP3's more rested. I mean, they've already locked in a playoff spot.
Yeah, but CP3 has a hand issue, I believe.
His wrist. He broke his wrist.
Wrist. And he's out for a couple. But like you said, they've already secured their spot. So, I mean, he's resting up. It's just, yeah, man, I can't bet against Phoenix right now.
Okay. So I have Golden State going back. I think this is their year to go back. I think if they have a healthy team, they have a healthy team, they go back. Now things happen from here until finals time. So, but a healthy team, I think Golden State goes. I just think they're too clutch in that time of year. And I have to wait and see how Philly does. I would love to see them in the finals as well. I would love to see that. I just think that it's hard not to put Milwaukee there.
Yeah. And then you got KD.
Yeah.
You got KD. If Kyrie, but that's hard, especially if they get home court advantage. It's basically a disadvantage because Kyrie can't play.
Yep. Can't play Game 7. It's almost as if you don't want home court. It's almost as if you want to get the 8th seed. You know what I mean?
So there could be strategic play in there.
The way that they're playing, they're 9th.
They're 9th. I mean, they get, bro, I'm telling you right now, with them getting Ben Simmons, like they're like, I can honestly see Ben Simmons can now do what Ben Simmons wants to do. Because you have to guard Ben Simmons one-on-one. You cannot help. Yep. He's too good of a passer.
Yep.
Like, and if he's only going to score around the bucket, if they can perfect Ben Simmons' mid-range jump shot, it's over.
It's over. That's all I've said. I've said that his entire career. If you give the man a midi, it's over. He doesn't need a three. If he can be a DeMar DeRozan from freaking mid-range, finito.
Chris Middleton's mid-range game, and it's over. And I'm putting all my money on Brooklyn to go and win the finals because that's too much power. That's too much firepower.
Forget all the big names. Give me like Chimezie Metu's mid-range with Ben Simmons. That's all I need. That's all I need.
So,
but
it's interesting to see. I know he's been working with Kyle Korver on his jump shot. Kyle Korver's been trying to help him on his jump shot Kyle Korver, one of the best shooters to ever do it. So if he can,
Kyle Korver top three. Kyle Korver, is he a top 3 shooter ever?
No.
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 Okay, top 10.
Yes, but not top 3.
Top 5. At 5.
He might slip in at 5. You got Steph, Clay, Larry,
Reggie.
Shit.
I know we're forgetting a lot of people. So he's probably not 5.
In the comment section saying we got XYZ. I mean, I think JJ Redick's a better shooter than Kyle Korver. Like career what?
You're telling me 5 seconds left on the clock, kick it out to the corner 3. Who you want shooting the ball? Kyle Korver. Yeah. Wide open too. I don't know. There's not a defender within 5 feet of him.
But if there's not a defender within 5 feet of neither of them, Kyle Korver. I'll still take it.
Like what I'm just trying to say is like they're wide open. They're stupid open.
Okay. He might be top 5. We're forgetting. I know.
No, yeah.
Like, we're gonna get off the podcast, and I'm gonna call you. I'm like, yeah. They're gonna kill us in the comment sections. They're gonna think nothing.
Yeah, no, for sure. It is what it is. People are ruthless sometimes. Ain't gonna
yeah, but we're ruthless back.
But we're ruthless back. Believe me. Look, we say it's all respectful right now, but I got some choice words for some dudes in the NBA. Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah, exactly.
Believe me. I mean, I didn't want to say anything when he was talking about Russ earlier, but believe me, I got some choice words. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. So with that being said, who you think? We said you never gave us a clear. You said you believe Jokic just won the MVP.
Yeah.
And I picked Embiid.
Yeah.
Is there a sleeper?
Is there a sleeper? I mean, it's got to be DeMar, right?
Or Ja?
You think Ja's contention? Like,
I mean, they're number 2 in the West right now.
Yeah, I know, but like he's really only. Don't get me lying, because I don't know what his numbers are like right now.
DeMar is playing really well. Playing really well.
Let me go to Memphis.
I feel like in the way that the league is trying to go right now, and they'll give him the MVP just to put him at the face of the league. The league needs a young, like, there's tiers to it. You got Bron and KD. Bron, KD, and Giannis are still like the top 3.
Right.
Yeah. But like, okay, but you know what I mean? I feel like those are like the vets who, you know what I'm saying? What, 5-6 years from now, all 3 of those players will be gone. Steph, Bron, KD, they'll be gone in 5 years.
2025 we'll probably see LeBron go.
Yeah. So
his son's eligible in 24.
5 years. In 5 years, those 3 players will be gone.
Yeah.
So under that, you got Giannis, Luka. Yep. But as far as like, if I'm the NBA and I'm looking at it, we have Ja Morant, who can possibly be the next Allen Iverson, next Derrick Rose. versus, you know what I'm saying? I love DeMar. No disrespect to DeMar DeRozan. But it's just like, like I would take giving that to Ja over DeMar.
And I mean, it's respectable.
And that's no disrespect to DeMar, but I just feel like the way the NBA is trying to go with things, like Ja,
you gotta have like a farm system, basically.
The splash for Ja winning MVP is going to be way bigger than DeMar winning MVP.
Yeah, he's averaging 27.7, 5.8. No. This is Ja. 5.8 rebounds, 6.6 assists. I don't even know how much he's averaging steal-wise, but that man's a pickpocket also. So he's averaging a steal a game, 1.2 steals a game.
And they're sitting at number 2. He's box office. Name somebody more electric right now.
He's the 5th highest player efficiency rating as well. I don't know if that matters, but yeah.
That definitely plays a big play in it. I mean, for the voters and, but I could definitely see them giving it to Ja before they give it to DeMar.
I mean, okay. Yeah.
The case that DeMar would have been snubbed because DeMar's playing lights out.
Ridiculously lights out.
He's playing great. Like, that Chicago team, like,
does LaVine stay? Like, if, after this season?
All of them need to stay.
But do you think it'll happen, though?
Why leave?
Hey, people do.
Where does LaVine go?
People do stupid stuff every single year.
But I feel like those are two very smart, like very humble. I don't know. It's like in their locker room. I don't know how they are off the field. I mean, off the court. But they look like they get along. They seem like they get along.
I mean, hey, I guess we'll find out. Right? Well, we have a little bit of extra time. So just that way people know.
Mm-hmm.
Give us, because, I mean, we're probably mainly going to be talking about the NBA and the NFL. Who is your favorite NFL team?
I'm sorry. My brother just walked in and, he's favorite NFL team?
Yeah.
The Washington Commanders, WC. NFC East champions. I'm calling it right now.
Jesus. I mean, it's not hard to be the champion in that division.
Don't downplay that.
I mean, and for those who don't know me, I'm a Dolphins fan, so I've had to deal with. I'm very used to not winning our division. Let me just say that. I had to deal with Tom Brady for like 10 years.
Why did you just get rid of a great coach in Brian Flores?
Don't even get me started. I didn't want to get rid of the dude. Whenever it happened, I was just absolutely blown away. I was absolutely astonished because it makes zero sense. The progression that every single player has made from their rookie year, except for Austin Jackson, who's been a huge disappointment. I'm a huge Tua fan, so let's just get that out of the way right now.
Okay. I thought you were going to throw Tua under the bus.
Oh no, hell no.
Yeah.
Look, me and Tua, I have a very love relationship with Tua, period. There's no hate. I see all the good things that he's doing, and I respect it, 100%. But every person or every rookie or whatever has come in. There's been 2 number 1 draft picks that we had that were terrible, but we had 3 that year. And our second rounders and our third rounders very much stepped up in that same year. So I'm okay with them 2 not doing good. We had that corner from Auburn, and then we have Austin Jackson, they've both been huge disappointments. But anyway, it was not justified. Don't know why. We get a nice young offensive coach. Maybe that's why they wanted to let him go, because we get an offensive coach that will develop to a better that, and we'll finally get a running game, hopefully, because it's all he did.
So is the possible trade for Tua for Deshaun out the window?
Yeah. No, he wanted just to be a friend, from my understanding. I follow a lot of fan accounts, and they basically said once Flo left, it was cut. So I wasn't all for it anyway. I mean, would I have been happy? Yes, it's Deshaun Jackson. Or Watson, my fault. It's Deshaun Watson, not Jackson. It's Deshaun Watson. course I'm going to be happy. Kid's a superstar. He's elite. We got to get his priorities straight, apparently, but I mean, kid's elite.
But he has to get cleaned up.
Yeah, just a few things. So we'll see what happens there. That'll be an interesting thing to follow, honestly. Mm-hmm. But and you can completely say yes or no to this. Did you watch the fights last night?
I didn't. I wasn't able to watch the main event. I went out. My siblings and I and a couple of coworkers. We went out to Lil Woodrow's. I don't know if you ever heard of Lil Woodrow's.
I have heard of it. Yeah,
great spot. I love Lil Woodrow's. I love Lil Woodrow's, and so we went out there and we were watching the fight. We watched the fight before the main event, so the co-main event or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And so it just got a little too crowded for our likings, You know how people are once liquor gets flowing and words get thrown around. You just want to try to make sure everybody gets home safely. So
facts.
Ended up bouncing a little bit earlier than expected to not be able to get to the main fight. But that was honestly my second time watching a UFC fight, like truly sitting and watching a UFC fight.
Really?
And my first one was when Conor broke his foot.
I
was in Corpus. for that fight, and we watched that at the bar. I'm slowly becoming a fan of UFC. I'm not a big gory. I don't like, like I like
stuff.
Yeah, I like seeing a good fight, but once the blood gets I'm just a germaphobe in that sense. And I don't see how those guys are tough, man, because I don't see how you can damn near try to kill a man for 3 to 5 minutes, however long those rounds go, and then they hug after at the final round. I would be, if you don't get the hell off.
Look. Yeah. 5 feet that way, please.
Exactly.
Don't come talk to me.
Exactly. You now my nose is broken. Like those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys are legit warriors, and they will fight to the even those submissions. I was watching dude get put in submissions the whole night, and I'm like, you know how tiring?
I'm all good with that.
I would have been on the ground whispering in his ear, let me go. The fight is over. Man, I just can't do it.
Look, if you stop, I'll tap.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I got paid, okay? They gave me my money. Stay clear, man. You got it, bro. How you want to finish? How do you want to win this, man?
Hey, you want to knock out? Bet, graze the chin. I'll fall.
Yeah, just graze the chin. I'll make it look good. Just you better not hit me too hard when I hit this ground. So that's the type of fighter I would be.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, let me just say, you didn't miss a lot. The main was disappointing. Jorge Masvidal is one of my favorite fighters, and it was just disappointing.
It's just I'm not too big. I have UFC 4 on PS4.
Yeah.
And actually, my fighter is 18-0, 18 straight knockouts. I play on straight, normal. Well, I'm knocking everybody and their mama out. My right hook is lethal. That might be 5 stars. Everything else is 1 star. But my right hook is right hook on my creative player is very lethal. So watching it in person, I got to reality check that. That is nothing how nothing like real life. So but the person you said is it Mazda? How you say it?
Masvidal.
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 Is that the one with the braids? He's the one.
Yeah, that's the one with the braids.
Okay. He's a great fighter. I like him. Did he win? I didn't even I was so hungover and
Yeah.
I didn't even catch it. I saw the highlights. I saw they got into it after the fight, but
they hate each other. They hate each other.
Okay.
100% so hate each other. Yeah, he lost. But Colby Covington is a wrestler. It's some of the most boring technique you can sit there and watch. So they were on the ground for 10 out of the 25 minutes.
Oh wow!
It wasn't. Yeah, but
did they go to full fight?
Full, yeah. He tried to put Masvidal in a headlock 40% of the time that they were on the ground. Dude just wasn't having it. But he ended up winning because he had more strikes on the ground.
So it wasn't nothing. It was it could have been a sparring match basically.
Pretty damn close. pretty damn close.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but it is. You know what I mean? But I think we're going to wrap it up here. It's been a great first episode. Be sure to share the episode. Be sure to like. Likes always help us out.
Like, share. Show your mama. Show your granny.
I don't care if you got to go 3 doors down. Show your neighbor. You don't even know.
Ask them if they send the ABP podcast for the week.
Yeah, exactly. These are going to be weekly episodes, 1 a week for the time being. Maybe in my off season, Tony's off season. If they match up, then we may do more. But we're going to see. But for now, it's going to be a weekly episode. And yeah, man. Got anything to say?
Man, I love this podcast. I want you guys to go out to tlu2.com. Go get you guys some TL2s. I got some merchandise, t-shirts, socks, shorts dropping soon, man. So all that's in the works.
Love it.
Go to Sprouts, go online. I'll drop links to my Defy Water partnership that I'm with. Go buy some water, alkaline water. We got gummies. We got, CBD oils for everybody that needs to be calmed and relaxed like I am.
The whole nine.
And I'm also working on the underwear line. TL2 underwear.
That's tough.
Yeah,
I may have to try that.
Big fellas, you know what I'm saying, who got that little thigh, you don't like the rubbing of the thighs with your underwear. I keep it real, man.
No, I was just joking.
Silk, man. Silk. So, all that's in the works, and we'll see y'all next week, man.
Yeah. As always. Average, or ABP, my fault. I say ABP. Average Bros Podcast.
Last thing. Islanders, men and women, y'all go get that tourney championship, man.
That was only. That was only.
Go Durs.
Go Durs.
Can't say it no more. Go Islanders.
Go Islanders.
Yeah.
Go Islanders. All right. We'll see y'all later.